Couple of days ago, the Packers add some guard depth to their O-line in signing Michael Jordan. Well, they do it on the defensive side of the ball. We're going to break that down here in a second. First, I would love for you guys to leave your comments. If you had the ear of Brian Gutekunst and you're just like, hey, can you really look into signing this guy? Who is that guy? Leave your comments. For me, it's Patrick Peterson. I'm seeing some need on the DB depth for the Packers. This is a guy that could step in, have an immediate impact. I don't care his age. He's 34 years old. At least bring him in for a workout, see what he's capable of doing. I'm sure he's got some fresh legs. The dude is very capable. He's got a resume that is a lot longer than a lot of cornerbacks in the league. That being said, leave your comments. Let me know who that guy is for you. So, what is the interesting move the Green Bay Packers do? Well, they sign a defensive end in Jeremiah Martin. This is a piece that, if I'm looking at this, I'm saying, okay, this is not going to be an impactful piece for the Packers this season. This is solely a depth chart, developmental type move for the Packers. Now, if you don't know who he is, he's a first team all Pac-12 defensive end. He played collegiately for Texas A&M and Washington. He had a very successful senior season at Washington. Prior to that, he really didn't do much. He got better as he seasoned as a football player. So under the right development, I think he could be a nice piece in the right system. He did sign as an undrafted free agent last season with the Cleveland Browns before joining the Giants and then going back to Cleveland and then joining the UFL. The Packers snagging him off the UFL. He had a very successful senior year at Washington. He posted 8.5 sacks, 11 tackles for loss. He's capable of doing some stuff. But again, I think this is going to be a developmental piece. Hopefully he doesn't become active for the Packers this season. If so, that means the Packers are in some major trouble when it comes to injuries on the DN. So let's take a look at this highlight of him at Washington, what he's capable of doing. You can see he's got some violent hands. He turns the corner, puts pressure on the quarterback. He's capable to get in the backfield. This was a highlight of him this preseason with Cleveland against Washington. Again, capable to get around the edge there. In the right situation, in the right scenario, I think this guy could develop into potentially a very nice backup player in the NFL. I really like the signing by Green Bay, but I don't think it was necessarily a need for them. And some of you may disagree with that because you're saying, the Packers need some pressure, especially when it comes to their ends, because as it sits right now, Rashawn Gary is the only guy that has 30 plus pressures on the year for their defensive line. They're playing against Seattle. Seattle has 5 of those guys on their team. So the Packers, of course, the numbers are a little bit skewed because they had Preston Smith on their team for a bit before trading him. So gave opportunities like Lucas Van Ness, Brenton Cox that ate into some of their playing time. But Brenton Cox now gets the opportunity with the departure of Preston Smith. I really like him. I think he is going to be a very nice piece for the Packers. You're going to see that over the next 4 games and then hopefully more into the postseason as well. But the Packers also have Egnegbari, who I like a lot, and Aaron Mosby, who's able to do some awesome things out there on the defense. So leave your comments. Let me know about this signing, but please leave your comments and let me know if you had the ear of Brian Gutekunst and you're just saying, hey man, could you look into this dude? Who is that guy for you? Again, mine is Patrick Peterson. Leave your comments, and as always, go Pack Go.